Hello everyone! Welcome to College Thursday! I am very excited to have you all here with me today because the topic of this Instagram live and video is very special, and I always get a lot of questions from students about this. Luciana, how can I get my bachelor's degree from my home country evaluated? Can I get a master's degree if I do that? Cool, right? If you want to learn how you can get your bachelor's degree evaluated, and the next step, you can get a master's degree here in the US, make sure you stick with me here because I will be walking you through the step-by-step, plus if you stay with me until the end of this video, I will give you an example, a step-by-step on how exactly you can have your bachelor's degree from your home country evaluated. I'm gonna open up a form here and we're gonna do this together. So step-by-step on how you can do that. So if I were you, I would stay right here watching this video all the way into the end. And towards the end of the video, we will also open up for questions. Cool? Are you guys excited? Because I am very excited. I'm gonna post here the topic, so everybody who joins us later can see the topic of our Instagram live and video. Welcome everyone. My name is Luciana Barbiero and I am the Academic and Career Advisor at Approach. And if you're here watching me, it's because today is College Thursday and the topic for today's video is the topic for today's video is how to validate your foreign bachelor's degree, your bachelor's degree from your home country, to here in the US. Cool, right? So if you're curious, if you have any friends that might be interested in learning about that, make sure you send this Instagram live or video to them so they can learn the steps that they need to take in order to have their degrees evaluated. Cool? And if you have any questions, make sure you go to the little question mark below because at the end of this Instagram live and video, I will be looking at those questions. You guys ready? You have pen and paper? You should. Go get pen and paper. You have 10 seconds to go get pen and paper because I promise you that this will be very relevant for you if you are in your home country and you're thinking about coming to the US and you already have a bachelor's degree, or if you're already here in the United States and you're thinking about the next steps of your journey. Keep in mind that a lot of times I get a lot of students coming to me and they say, Luciana, I did my bachelor's degree back home, in my home country, but I don't think I can use it here. I have to start all over again. No, stay with us. There is a way, and I will be showing you in this video the step-by-step on how you can do that. Are you ready? Did you get your pen and paper? I'm watching you. Okay, let's do this. So, first of all, I'm gonna give you 4 quick steps that you need to keep in mind throughout this whole process. And at the end of this video, I will be showing you an example of exactly the form, what the form looks like to get your bachelor's degree evaluated and valid here in the US. Cool? So let's get started. Tip number 1. What is the tip number 1? Study English, right? That is the first one, of course. Why? Because if you're thinking about coming to the United States, whether it is for, let's say, tourism, or maybe you're here because you want to go to college, you need to have your English at a really good level, right? And if you're watching us from a different country, I would say use your online resources, right? And start studying English at home. If you're thinking about coming to the US, you are more than welcome to join us at Approach so you can learn your English. Why am I saying that? Because let me tell you how cool this is for all of our approach students. Approach students who wish to transfer to a college or university, they don't need to get a TOEFL score. How cool is that? I'm gonna be telling you a little bit more about that in a minute. So you can transfer to a college or university without the TOEFL requirement. Yeah, isn't that so cool? But yes, of course. First of all, learn English, right? We don't want you to go to an American college or university and just set yourself up for failure, because you're here in the United States, everything will be in English, right? So you need to be ready, not only your writing level, but also you need to be able to speak too, right? Because you're going to be doing presentations. Luciana, does my English need to be perfect and super proficient to go to college? No. I mean, yes. Don't take me wrong, but your English level, you're always learning. I'm gonna tell you that I was an international student in the past, and I've been here in the United States now for over 10 years, and I'm still learning, and I still make mistakes, and I've been to college, so that happens, don't you worry. But if you are at Approach, for instance, and you completed all your ESL level, and now you are in the advanced programs, you have an advantage. You can transfer to any of our partner colleges or universities without the TOEFL requirement. So that's awesome, right? Cool. So enough of the studying English. You guys know that already, I'm assuming. So let's get to the steps of how you can make your bachelor's degree from your home country valid here in the United States. Let's go to step number 2, right? So what is step number 2? Step number 2 is get your transcripts from your college or university back in your home country. Okay, so let's understand a few things first. What is a transcript, first of all? Okay, so a transcript is, remember that back when you were in college, there was a little document with the classes that you took and the grades that you got for those classes? Remember, right? So that is one thing that you will need to get your bachelor's degree evaluated, your transcripts. So write this down. Get my transcripts from my college or university back in my home country. That's number 1, okay? And number 2, you also need your diploma. You know that little paper that says, Luciana has a bachelor's degree in blah blah. That's not a document that you will need. So 2 things. What is step number 2? What is it? Good job. Get your transcripts and your diploma from your college or university in your home country. You will need that. Otherwise, you will not be able to get your bachelor's degree evaluated. So that's step number 2. Did you write that down? Do you have the email from your college or university in Brazil? If you don't, Google it and get that out of the way, because that's step number 1. Now, I'm gonna tell you something, that before we get to the next step is, I'm gonna tell you that your transcripts and your diploma are they in English? No, right? They're probably in the language from your home country. Could be Portuguese, could be Spanish, it could be Turkish, it could be all different languages, right? You will need to have your transcripts and your diploma translated to English. Otherwise, how will colleges and universities know what's written in those documents? Right? So you need to write that down. Okay, step number 1, learn English. Step number 2, get the transcripts and diploma from my home country. And then I would say, step number 3, get them translated. But Luciana, how am I going to translate this? There are tons of websites that you can look up online that they will be able to translate that for you. We usually recommend REV. If you want to write that down, do you have your pen and paper? Go get it. Write down REV. So that's one website. It's just a suggestion for you if you want to translate your transcripts and diploma from your language to English. So then, very easy, you upload it online and they get back to you usually within 24 hours. And the average price is about $33, I would say, okay? So that's step number 3. Good? Now, if I'm talking too fast or if you have any questions that you might have, right? This can be confusing. Make sure you ask your questions in the little question mark down below in this Instagram live. At the end of the live, I will be answering the questions from that little box. It's just easier for us to find the questions, okay? Good. Now, I told you about step number 3, that is translate your documents, right? Okay, now I'm gonna tell you step number 4. Are you ready? Are you? So step number 4, I would say before you get your degree evaluated, I would say find a college or university that offers the program that you're looking for. Why am I saying this? Why? I'm saying this because each college and university, can be very particular about which company they want you to get your transcripts and diploma evaluated. So that's the only reason why. So I would say the next step would be step number 4, find a college or university that offers the program that you're looking for. Now, let's think. How can I do that, Luciana? Now, let's break this down. If you're watching us from a different country, your best friend will be Google, right? Because if you're watching us from a different country, you have to research not only the college or university and the programs that they offer, but also you will need to decide where in the United States you will want to get your master's degree, right? Because if you will have your bachelor's degree evaluated, that will allow you to get a master's degree here in the US. So if you're watching us from abroad, you will need not only to research colleges and universities that offer the program that you're looking for, but also you have to, take a little online tour on different cities in the United States, because maybe you want to, live down in Florida and have amazing warm weather all year long. Maybe you like the cold weather, and then you want to come to Boston and experience the snow and the cool city that Boston is, right? So that's if you're watching us from abroad. But if you are already here in the United States and you are a student at Approach, you might know that you're not alone, right? Google still is your best friend, but I will become your best friend in this journey. I mean, professionally, because we're talking about college, of course. But what does that mean, Luciana? So let's say you come to me and you say, Luciana, I want to get a master's degree in education, okay? What I will do for you is I'm gonna sit with you and I will tell you which colleges and universities. I thought it was reconnecting, but can you guys hear me? Yes? Give it a little thumbs up or a little heart so I know that you're still with me. I hope you are. So what happens? Yes. Okay, cool. Thank you. TV Newsa. Thank you. So if you are here in the United States and you are a student at Approach, what I will do as an academic and career advisor from Approach is to help you decide which colleges and universities are offering that type of program that you're looking for. So yes, Google will be your best friend, but you will have some extra support from Approach in finding those colleges and universities. How cool is that, right? You're not alone. You have someone you can talk to. Cool. So now let's get to step number. Wait, which step are we? Let's see are you guys paying attention? Which step am I in? Because I think I forgot what number that I was in. Let's see. I think it's step number 5. I hope it is. So, step number 5, and the last step is the one that you're gonna love it. This is the step where you send all those documents that you gathered to a company specifically, and this company is the one that will give you, that will evaluate your bachelor's degree from your home country, and will make your bachelor's degree valid here so you can pursue your master's degree. How cool, right? Did I hear some claps here? Cool. So, okay, very cool, right? Now, I'm gonna tell you a few things about this. 2 companies that I usually like to recommend to students are, number 1, CED, okay? Write this down. Where's your pen and paper? Right, CED, and that's the website I will be teaching you the step by step. So keep that in mind, CED. And the other one that I'm telling you is WES. WES. Maybe it's mirroring, so I don't know how my letters turn in the air. Thank you guys. I see some clappings there. Okay, so CED and WES are examples of companies that do degree evaluation. Cool, right? So what do they do, Luciana? What do you guys think? They're gonna look at your transcripts and your diploma, and they will do a degree equivalency to see if your bachelor's degree from your home country is equivalent to a bachelor's degree from the United States. Pretty much all that you need to do in order, almost like, I'm not gonna say 100%, but 90% sure that it will work out, is that you have to have studied for probably at least 4 years for your bachelor's degree, and the college or university that you studied abroad needs to be recognized by the Department of Education from your home country. That's necessary, okay? So find that out first. So that's how they do. These companies, you send your documents to the companies, and they will look if your bachelor's degree from your home country is equivalent to a bachelor's degree here in the United States. And that, my friends, that will allow you to get a master's degree here in the US. How cool is that? Think about this, you getting a master's degree from the United States. How cool is that? Can you imagine how many amazing professional experiences you will have? Wow, that was like a crazy sentence. Can you imagine getting your master's degree here in the United States, and then how many professional experiences, again, how many professional opportunities, that's the word, how many professional opportunities you will have if you're back in your home country, or maybe here in the United States, right? You would never know. So, cool, 5 steps. Let's see, let's revise. Let's see if we can remember, and let's see if those were 5 steps too. So, number 1, what is it? Learn English. Number 2, get your transcripts and diploma from your college or university back home, okay? Number 3, translate them. Remember, I suggested REV, but feel free to Google different resources. Number 4, find a college or university that has the program that you want to get your master's degree. And number 5, oh, those were 5, right? Number 5 and last step is get your transcripts and your diploma, get your degree evaluated to see if your bachelor's degree from your home country is, in fact, equivalent to a bachelor's degree here in the United States. As simple as that. 5 easy steps, right? They sound easy, but they can take a little time. So start as early as possible, okay? Now, A few things that I also want to mention here before I go to the example here with you is, number one, a lot of this is a question that I get all the time. How much will it cost to have a valid bachelor's degree here in the US? Or how much does the evaluation cost? And I'm gonna tell you that it's not that much. Average $90 to $250. $90 to $250, depending on the company that you're doing this. And that's it, guys. Remember, to translate, usually sometimes it's $33 per page to translate. Remember, that was step 3. And then step 5, to get them evaluated, you're gonna spend probably an average of $90 to $250 to get your bachelor's degree from your home country evaluated. It's not that much, right? Now, it's a full bachelor's degree. So how cool is that? Also, I want you to keep in mind that for these companies to do that, to evaluate your bachelor's degree, it can take anywhere from a week to 3 weeks, let's say. They can do faster if you pay more, of course, because you pay for the rush service. But that's usually how much it takes. But don't let fool you. Start as soon as possible with all this process. Even if your English level is not there yet, start as early as possible, because then you have enough time to plan, right? All right, enough of this so much talking. And right now, what I'm gonna show you is a step-by-step. I'm gonna show you what the form looks like to get your bachelor's degree evaluated. Are you guys ready? You still have time to send this Instagram live to your friends. Do you wanna do that? I can give you 1 minute. In that little thing, you just send it to your friends. Let's see. Can you send it to one friend? Let's see if this friend's gonna join this Instagram live. This might be relevant to them, and this is gonna be one of the most important parts of this Instagram live. I see numbers are going up. Come on, send it to your friends. Let's see if we have more people, and I will be sharing with you an example what the form looks like here for you to get your bachelor's degree from your home country evaluated and valid here in the United States. Cool? Are you guys ready? Awesome. Okay, let me take you with me in a journey through Google. Okay. So as you can see, I am here on Google, right? I'm gonna type CED Evaluation. You see this? CED Evaluation. That's the website that I'm gonna use it. Center for Educational Documentation. Cool. So, as you can see, CED, Center for Educational Documentation, is a website that is suggested. Do I need to use this one, Luciana? No. You can choose whatever you want and the university asks you for. So you see this? Download application form. This is the application form. You see this? Now, let's go step by step on how you can do that. If you watch this video, I want you to be sure of the step by step that you need to do if you want to have your bachelor's degree from your home country evaluated, and that will allow you to get your master's degree in the future. Okay, are you guys ready? So, you see the first part here is personal information, right? So, right here you see family name, so you know your last name, you know your first name. If you have a middle name, go ahead. Or if you have other names that appear on records. Then you have your mailing address that you currently live in, okay? If it's here in the US, you put that. And then apartment number. And then city, state, you know the state. The zip code, the country, your gender, your date of birth, and email. Country of your credentials. So this could be Brazil, Turkey, Italy, Venezuela, wherever the country that you got your bachelor's degree. Last 4 digits of your social security number, if any. So if you have a social security number, you can write that. If you don't, that's totally fine. For new applicants, fees and services. Okay, now pay attention. Are you paying attention here? this is what you will do. You will choose what type of evaluation you will do. In this case, because you already have a bachelor's degree from your home country, you will ask for a general evaluation. Luciana, in which cases would I ask for a course-by-course evaluation? A course-by-course evaluation is if you have not finished your bachelor's degree and you want them to evaluate the courses. But in this case of this Instagram Live in particular, you're gonna have a general evaluation. And do you see how much? $90. So, general evaluation. Let's go to B. Indicate a purpose of your evaluation. In this case, because you will be applying for a master's degree, you will select graduate admission. Graduate is for master's degree. Or in this case, let's say you would be applying because you got a job here in the United States and they're asking you for that, you would select visa, employment, or if it's like a certification, a teacher certification, you could use that too. Okay, for returning applicants, you're not a returning applicant. So let's just go to the next one. You're not a returning applicant because this is the first time that you're doing this. Okay, let's see, additional services or both new and returning. Okay, so new, you qualify for this too. Let's see what's saying here. So, see, if you need, they even do translation here, Spanish and Portuguese only. So if it's, so you wouldn't even need to have REV translate them. So that's cool. Now, you see here, US address only. You can pay $10 to get an extra copy if you want. And as you can see here, if you're in a rush and if you're applying for a master's degree and you really need these results fast, you just ask for the rush service, right? Probably from 1 to 2 days, you will need to pay $150, 5 to 750, or if you need to translate Spanish or Portuguese, that will be an additional $50. Okay? So now payment options. You can have a money order. What's a money order, Luciana? You go to usually to 7-Eleven here if you're in the US, and you can ask for a money order. It's kind of like a check, but if you don't have a check, you ask for a money order. Personal check, so you can write a check for them, or you can translate, you can send it through PayPal, and then they have more information in the website. Now, let's see, mailing instructions. You see this? Name of contact person department. So this is why I'm telling you that it's important if you know which college or university you will want to study. Luciana, I haven't decided if I want to study at a certain specific college. Can I apply for more than one? Yeah, if you have like 3 colleges, you can do that. So let's say that I applied for Merrimack College. So I applied to Merrimack College, and I'm going to say the name of the person, so the person that you're talking to, right, in the department. Institution, in this case, would be Merrimack College. Phone, the phone of the person there at the college. The address of the college. The city of the college. The state and the zip code. Why is this important, Luciana? Because they will mail these documents directly to the college, because these documents need to be sealed. You can't just open it and just look at it and send it to the college after. You can ask for a copy if you want, and that's fine. But they need to send directly to the college because it needs to be sealed, okay? Now, educational history. What is this, Luciana? So, in this case, you will list the college you attended back home, right? So let's say I started college in 2006, and then you write the institution name. Let's say that it's Louisiana University. Wow, how cool. Graduation year, 2020, let's say, or whatever the graduation year that you did. Name of diploma. So a bachelor's degree in psychology, or let's say if mine was written in Portuguese, I'm saying Portuguese because I'm originally from Brazil, I would say in Portuguese what that name was. Bacharel em Psicologia. And then if it's Turkish, I don't know how to speak Turkish. So, or any other languages. Is this clear? Now, one thing that you cannot forget is to sign and date this. If you don't do this, they're gonna send this back to you. Now, what do you need to include here? I'm gonna tell you in a minute. So, what do you need to include with that? You will need to include 2 things, maybe 4 actually. One thing is that you need the transcripts, the transcripts from your university in Brazil in the same language, and the diploma. Transcripts and diploma in Portuguese, Turkish, whatever language it is, Spanish, and you need a translation for that, okay? So those will be 4 documents, right? Transcripts in your language, diploma in your language, transcripts in English, diploma in English. So you're going to print that out, or I imagine that now probably you can send it via email, probably, right? We're all working and studying from home. So you can send that plus those 4 documents, okay? And that's how you will get your bachelor's degree from your home country evaluated. Simple as that. Was this helpful to you guys? Do you have questions? Now I'm gonna go check right now the question mark, and I'm gonna answer those questions that are there. I asked. We also have the frequently asked questions from students that I asked one of my friends to post the questions there. So probably it's gonna be there too. So I'm gonna take a look at those questions that I previously wrote, because I know that students ask that a lot, and some of your questions that you put there. Okay, ready? Let's look at the questions. Okay, so I'm gonna pull the questions here. How much does it cost to get a master's degree in the United States? Yeah, so students ask me that a lot. How much does it cost to get a master's degree here in the United States? How much do you guys think? So if you're transferring to one of our partner colleges or universities, the average price for the master's degree usually is about $12,000 per year. $12,000 per year, most of them. But depending on the degree, the master's degree that you will pursue, sometimes it will cost $24,000 per year. Or if you are applying from abroad, let's say you want to go to a university that is very selective, right? That might cost $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 per year. Okay, so it's very particular. Make sure you talk to me about these questions if you are a student at Approach, and I will be happy to guide you through this. So average $12,000 per year, the cheapest, okay? Without scholarship, let's say. Okay. Blah, blah. Okay. What companies do you recommend for a degree evaluation? So what are the companies that I told you just now? CED and WES. Don't worry if you are having a hard time writing that down. You can always go to our YouTube channel later, or maybe you're watching us now from YouTube. Down in the description box below, you will see this website. So you can just click and it will take you there. Okay? So, okay, yeah, that's the question. How much does it cost to get my bachelor's degree evaluated? Did you guys pay attention to this? Let's see, I'm gonna quiz you. So, average $90 to $250, okay? I see we have some questions in the comment section there. I'm gonna get back to you in that too, okay? How long does it take to have my transcripts evaluated? So could be anywhere from 1 week to 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. It really depends on which company you're sending, okay? And if you want to have it super fast, you can pay extra and then they will get back to you faster. I have a bachelor's degree from Brazil. Can I pursue a master's degree in the US? What do you guys think? Now that you watched this Instagram live, of course, if you finished your bachelor's degree in Brazil or in, I don't know, in Russia, in Japan, whichever country that you you completed your bachelor's degree, after you go through all the steps that I just told you, yes, you can get a master's degree here in the United States. Awesome, right? Okay. Okay, now let's see. So, could I have my diploma supplement instead of my transcript? I'm not 100% sure of what you're saying in this in your question, but let me explain to the best of my knowledge. In your transcripts, you will see that it's a document that has the courses that you took with the grades, right? So that's what the college needs to see, that you completed the course and that you had a final grade, okay? And the diploma is a different paper that it says that Luciana has a bachelor's degree in blah, 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 okay? I hope this answers your question, but if it doesn't, you can just write in the comment section and then we'll take it from there. Okay. Does Approach USA has pre-master's courses? That's a great question too. So we don't have any pre-masters. What we offer here at Approach, we offer TOEFL classes, for example, that will help you prepare for your academic studies in the US. Now, two things. One, our TOEFL teacher, John, is fantastic. And if you guys who are watching me, you already had classes with him, I'm sure that you would agree. So if you are thinking about applying for a university that is more competitive, they will require that you have a TOEFL score, right? So the TOEFL course will help you prepare to improve your results in the test. And John is a fantastic teacher, gotta say. And he will help you with studying all the structure of the TOEFL to help you improve your scores. Now, but Luciana, you just said that Approach has partnerships with several different colleges and universities, and we don't need the TOEFL. Why am I going to take a TOEFL class, right? Why? Because in the TOEFL course that we have at Approach, it will not only prepare you for the TOEFL test, but it will also prepare you to for your writing to become more academic, your vocabulary to expand more. And this is very important when you are doing a master's degree in the United States. You have to keep that in mind because your English needs to be a little bit more polished, right? So a TOEFL program would be very helpful. Let's see the next question. My university has a BET accreditation approval, which makes valid in the US. Am I... sorry guys, it just cut the question, so I wasn't able to. My university has a BET accreditation approval. So that's usually universities that have engineering degrees or more science related, which makes valid in the US. Oh, that's great. I see your question now, Fatih. Yeah, great question. So depending, I would say the best thing for you to do is to contact the university here in the United States to see if the diploma that you have, because if your university abroad is a BET accredited, that's great and that's fantastic. And maybe the university that you will be applying here will not require you to have your transcripts evaluated, right? So you would be saving a lot more money if they do that. That's a great question. Lucian, okay. Do I need to ask the college which I graduated in Brazil to send directly my transcripts to the US college which I want to apply? That's a fantastic question. So when you are at the stages of just translating to English, you don't need the original copies, right? But a lot of colleges and universities here in the US, I would say most of them, will require the original copy. So what that means is that your college in Brazil will need to send directly to the college or university here in the US your original documents. Now, some colleges, I've seen colleges that they want the physical copy, so the university or college in Brazil, let's say, would have to mail the original copies to the college here. Sometimes I've seen them saying that email is fine. So the college in Brazil could just email with the attachment to the college here in the US. Does this make sense? But I would say, you see, this is not 100% what I'm telling you right now, because each case is different and each college and university has a different approach, right? It has a different rules and regulations. So it's always good to double check with them before you do anything. Okay, I think those are all the questions from the question box. Let's see if we have any here. Okay, so Duka, how do I keep up words on my brain? Well, I'm gonna give you one tip that really helped me when I was learning English. I used to do, well, two things actually, okay? One thing is that when you're more learning basic English, I love flashcards with pictures. So that was very helpful to me. You know the ones that the kids have? So you can see on one side, there's the word, and on the other side, there's the picture. So if you're in the beginning stages of learning English, that's great. And if you are trying to learn more words, let's say to improve your academic vocabulary, still flashcards are a great way. I love it because it's kind of like, this is not a flashcard, but let's imagine that it's a flashcard. So I would put, let's say I'm gonna write the word, I don't know, tell me guys, tell me a word here. Dog. Of course, it would be a word that is more advanced. Dog. And then in the back, I'm gonna have the description of what the word is. So if I'm studying, I can grab this and I can read the word and try to guess, and then I turn to, so I'm kind of like quizzing myself, you know? So that's how I've been keeping words in my in my brain. Barangulu, hi there, how are you? Sawhard said, how much 4 months language school can you write my listening bed? I'm not 100% sure of what the question is, but let's say if you come the process, and this is not on Tuesdays, if I'm not mistaken, Paulo always has Instagram lives talking about the application process for Approach, okay? So what happens is that when you arrive at Approach, you will take a language test to see where your English level is. And then based on that, that is how we will know where you are and how much it will take you to get to a more advanced level for you to, let's say, get your master's degree in the US. So thank you for the question, Saw. Secret says hello. Let's see if anybody else said anything. Fatih was clapping at for me before. I think those were all the questions, right? Okay. Any more questions, guys? No? So anyway, I do want to mention that this Instagram Live will be up on our YouTube channel if you missed any of the tips, or maybe I spoke too fast. On YouTube, you can, you know, have the captions, so you will see what I am saying exactly. And if you are a student at Approach, send me an email as soon as possible, right? It's never too early to start planning your journey. I was an international student myself, and I know that applying to a college here in the US can be very complicated, right? There are a lot of words that we don't know, the culture is different, and I do want to say that if you are a student at Approach, you're not alone. We have so many people at Approach that work for Approach that is so passionate about working with international students, because a lot of them were international students themselves. We have a lot of teachers that have traveled abroad, so we know the struggles of being an international student, and we're here to help you and support you in this journey. And if your goal is to study in an American college or university in the future, I want you personally to tell you that you're not alone. Use the resources. We're here for you. Schedule as many Zoom calls with me as you want, okay? So don't forget that. And I do want to say thank you for Lou, because she wrote the questions for me that the frequently asked questions that I had students always ask me. The day is saying thank you, Lou. Thank you for being here. Luciana. Oh, see, I have so many Lucianas here. Such a pleasure. Thank you. Conceição, Dogun. Well, thank you so much for spending a little bit of your time today with me. I feel honored that you chose to be here with me. And if you have any friends that want to learn more about this, make sure you send this video to them on YouTube. They will be able to watch this later. Mustafa is saying merhaba. Merhaba. I don't know how to speak Turkish, but that's the word that I hear the most. Again, guys, thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope this was helpful to you, and I hope to see you next Thursday. Have an amazing rest of your week, and I will see you soon. Bye.